So yeah, I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks because FC25 has consumed my life, and I've been trying to avoid thinking about the Rodri ACL injury. But my channel is about talking football, talking about the most relevant Man City and Premier League news. So it means we're here to talk about what happened on Sunday, which I have been meaning to talk about for a while, but yeah, FC25 kind of took over my life. I'd literally come home from work and I'd be like, okay, probably time to start working on that video about the City game, and then I'd just sit and play Ultimate Team all night. So if you're wondering where I've been, no, I've been playing Ultimate Team. Yep, at the big age of 21, I am still letting Ultimate Team control my life, guys. It's bad. It's bad. Most people I know have broken the cycle, and I myself tell myself every year that I will break the cycle. But instead, I spent £500 on a new Xbox and £90 on pre-ordering the FIFA because I wanted the best EA FC25 experience. And did that 600 quid get me the best FC25 experience? No, because I hate my life every single time I play it. But the issue is, I cannot stop playing it. So I don't know what we do about that. But enough waffling about my toxic relationship with FIFA. It is time that we talk about the misery, which is my life, because Rodri's done his ACL, and we're about Rodri for the rest of the season. So yeah, that's not great. I mean, we beat the right. The positives I can take from the game that happened on the weekend is that we postponed the Haaland doesn't do anything in big games discourse for at least another week. Now, if Haaland didn't score and we lost 2-1 to Arsenal with 10 men, Rodri did his ACL, and I had to deal with the Haaland goes missing in big games discourse, I don't think I would have been able to make a return to this channel, because I think I'd have to disappear from the internet, because that is truly my idea of hell. But luckily, we were able to snatch a draw late on, and Haaland scored. So some good things came from the match. Not many good things, because oh my, was it a disgraceful performance from us in an attacking sense? But it was also a disgraceful performance from Arsenal in the way they set up, right? And let me explain that, right? Because I do, understand that when you're playing with 10 men and you have the lead, it is probably a terrible idea for you to commit men forward and try score another goal, because obviously you get caught out, you'll just get overpowered because you've got less players on the pitch, and then bam, life's no longer good, and you're probably down 2 or 3 goals. So obviously I can understand why Arsenal sat back, right? But to have nobody up the top of the pitch and just basically play with a full midfield and full back four and just miss the forward is crazy behaviour. And I do honestly believe that is why the game ended a draw. I think if they left someone just all the way up the pitch, Havertz, for example, or Martinelli, one of the two, they would have had a lot more success, being able to bring the ball down, relieve a bit of pressure on the back line, and potentially hit a counter to get a 2-goal lead and to make things more comfy. Obviously, they did not do that. They decided to rely on their superb defensive ability, because Arsenal do have one of the best defenses in the league, and probably the best defense in the league. I'm not going to deny that. They've got very solid defense. But like, when you're coming up against a team as persistent as City, it's like, can you really keep them out for that long? The answer was almost yes, because, not going to lie, having to watch Ruben Diaz and Walker, well, less so Walker, more like, I expected better from Ruben. Walker, any situation, right, he just picks up the ball and latches it towards goal, hoping to score a wonder goal. But Ruben, like, I expected better from the man. But no, he decided to join on the party as well and just start lashing the ball at the goal, with absolutely, like, no success, right? So, I put my phone down, right, because I was at work, right, at the time, and I was watching the game, but then my mobile data sort of, like, crashed. So, like, Sky Go stopped working, but I still had, like, the Sky Sports updates on my phone. And I put my phone down at 95 minutes, and I was like, yeah, you know what, it's done. Game over. I'm going to go home after this shift and cry. I then check my phone as I'm leaving work, and I'm like, 2-2? What? So then, obviously, I went and checked on Twitter, and I just typed in John Stones goal. And then, would you believe it? A clip of John Stones goal came up. And I've really got to praise Jack Grealish, really, when it comes to the goal. I think Jack Grealish took it upon himself to speed the game up, and he was like, okay, this is our last chance. I'm going to quickly take this. They're not going to expect it, because all we've been doing for the past 45 minutes is passing the ball around the edge of the box, waiting for them to lapse in concentration. But Grealish sped it up, ran at the defenders, obviously played it back to Kovacic. Kovacic lashes the ball into a wall of red and blue shirts. It ricochets. Stones gets an open goal. He puts it in, and obviously, bam, it's 2-2. I'm not exactly happy with the draw. I thought we were awful, and we definitely should have won that game given the circumstances. But, like, I'm not happy with the draw, and I don't think Arsenal should be happy with the draw either. And again, under the circumstances, you probably should be, being at the Etihad with 10 men and being able to get a draw. But I just think they could have definitely dealt with the Man City pressure a lot better, and probably even pushed for a second goal, a third goal even to make the lead a 2-goal lead. But again, I'd say both teams had their faults, and I can't say that one team was particularly better than the other. If I'm going to blame anyone for the drop points, I will blame Trossard, because I just think whether other players are getting away with it or not, right? Whether Doku should have been booked or what have you, yeah? If you already know that one of your teammates 2 game weeks ago got sent off for kicking the ball away, yeah? When you had the lead, for you to go down to 10 men and then end up drawing, why would you then, on the stroke of half time, commit a foul? And then, like, at least with Rice, he just tapped the ball away, right? Trossard puts his foot through it, right? And I don't want to hear any of this, he was trying to pass to Martinelli, right? Because if he's trying to pick that pass to Martinelli, right, he wraps his foot round it and tries to put some accuracy to just put it into Martinelli's path. He doesn't, like, put his laces straight through the ball and just hoof it away. Because that ball was never going to Martinelli. He literally just hoofed the ball away to waste time and just to try get it to half-time so they could get in with their lead. And obviously, it kind of worked because they got into half-time with their lead. But they also got into half-time 10 men. And I honestly believe, with the way we were playing in that game, if they had 11 men, we probably could have got dismantled. Because we were void of creativity in large parts of that game. Like, other than Haaland's goal, which was incredible work from Savinho down on the right side, and probably this Grealish's cross into the box for Kovacic, I can't actually remember any other parts of the game where I'm like, okay, cool, we've done something there. We're very unlucky there. It was just sideways pass after sideways pass after sideways pass. At least against Inter, when we didn't score a goal, right? But it was basically the same situation because we're coming up against a well-drilled defensive team. At least then we were creating good chances, and Jan Sommer was just doing Jan Sommer things and making great save after great save against City in the UCL. You know what I mean? But, I think Arsenal have a very good chance to finally win the Premier League and show the rest of the league that they're not just here to push City to be the best they could possibly be, but they're actually here to win silverware. Obviously, Rodri out for the season. You've got Kovacic, who can sit in as backup. Only issue with Kovacic sitting in as backup is, obviously Fernandinho and Rodri, they knew the dark arts. They knew how to commit a tactical foul, right? The only thing Kovacic knows how to commit is GBH. And the prime example of that is the game at the Emirates last season where he probably should have been sent off. Well, there's no probably about it. He definitely should have been sent off for 2 blatant fouls, right? He's a GBH specialist, and that is not what you need as your holding midfielder, right? You've got Stones, who definitely has the ability to play there. Solid defender, very good on the ball. Only issue is he's made of glass. And then you got Rico, who I just think I wouldn't throw him in the deep end like that. Like I feel like that could be very detrimental to his development. Throwing him in the deep end, having him to feel such big boots at Rodri's left, and then fans start to turn on him because he's not as good as a veteran in that position at just 19, 20 years of age. So, you know, it's going to be interesting how we figure that out. It could definitely be a downfall, you know, obviously. Hence why basically every fan base in the league has celebrated Rodri's injury, because they know how much of a difference it makes to our performance. And also, you know, a lot of people say, well, you've played without Rodri for most of the season, like Haaland's been your best player. Okay, so we don't have depth for Rodri, who's one of our key players. But we've got Haaland, who's playing very well. Do we have depth for Haaland? No. So if Haaland now gets injured, we're playing Kovacic as a 6 and Foden as a 9. Like, it's not 2021 anymore. Like, I don't think we can do the Foden false 9 stuff. He'll just get absolutely trampled by Saliba or Van Dijk. Some absolute brute of a centre-back just absolutely bulldoze him. Like, you know, in, like, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, yeah? You know, like, at the start when Mr. Hyde just tramples that girl outside the door? That's what would happen to Foden playing false 9 in 2024. Like, that's not even a joke. That's what would happen. So, you know, am I looking forward to the rest of the season without Rodri? No. Do I have some hope that we could still win the league? Yes. Am I going to be here basically every week documenting my feelings on the City performances, good or bad? Yes. And are you all going to make fun of me when City do not win the league? Yes. But, you know, with all that being said, please do leave your comments down below on whether you think this is going to be Arsenal's year and the Arsenal and the title is in Arsenal's hands now that Rodri's injured, or if you think that City will still go on and win the league, or if, you know, there's Liverpool in there as well. But I just think I wanted to talk about these two because these have been the two teams in the title race mainly for the last 2 years. Obviously, there are outside shouts, Villa, Liverpool. You know, there are other teams that could compete for the league, but I just wanted to put these two teams in focus right now, especially of how good Arsenal are defensively. I just think they could do with probably a more clinical forward, and then they would really, really be a scary side. But yeah, you know, if you like the video, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I know a lot of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. And also, you know what? Leave a comment down below if you want to see me stream some FC 25 career mode when we're not streaming Ultimate Team. Like, that is completely off the table right now, because I don't think I could sit there on stream for 2 hours playing that shit, because it's terrible. And yeah. So if you'd want to see some FC 25 streams, please do leave that down in the comments. With all that being said, I've been Nathan. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Shut down cases, they belly dots to the can't see faces, chasing the bad guy chase it. You don't wanna be the one like Ace and like GTA trying to turn them out wasted. Aye, tell a bad bitch come break it, body come mad, come shake it, then get back to the basics, bro, done shut down cases, they belly dots to the